Okay. Um, this is the historical case
Yes.
about Kennedy and Cuba. Okay. For me, this historical case is a little difficult. I need to confess you because I I understand, of course, that I am from Mexico, and I understand that your country, the President Kennedy, need to be very smart and to take good decisions about the situation. And and um, it's okay that one person, or in this case, the president, take good decisions about, because this decision is going to affect a lot of people, millions of people in both sides, in the side of the country and in the side of the other countries. But I don't,
Yeah.
I don't always. First, I don't understand very well the situation. Is is that true? I don't understand very well.
What part do you know? What part do you not understand?
All the situation, all the big situation about the communists, about the Russian people, about uh, about Kennedy and the big Bahia.
Yeah. Okay. Well, from what I read, it can be a little complicated. But from what I read, of course, he this is when he was new to presidency. So he's not experienced. I mean, the second time he learned from the first experience,
Uh-huh.
and so he improved and did a lot better the second time around. Did his studies, but um, that I think that's the problem. That was what the problem was. Was he didn't branch out and seek advice from other people and get different points of views. Instead, he just stuck to the CIA and decided, you know what, they're right. Okay, let's just go with them. Um, because he didn't know what to do. He just put his trust in the CIA to give him the answers to on how to solve the situation, how to uh, figure out uh, how to fix the crisis, how to, let's see, so,
But what is the crisis?
well, okay, so the crisis, let's see. Well, the Cuban people, the they they wanted to overthrow their new. They wanted to get rid of Fidel Castro, because he wasn't a good leader. He didn't have a um, he wasn't a good leader. He was more of a like Adolf Hitler kind of thing, where he wasn't a good leader either. He was kind of mean. They were both mean. They're both set in their own ways. not really have what's best for the people.
But he's a bad leader because he's a dangerous leader for USA.
Well, I know that, okay, so here it says, that
Because
they,
he's he's a military leader, and he's like dictator. I don't know how do you say in English, but dictator is correct.
yeah,
And he's a dictator, and it is bad for the people, but he's a military leader too.
yeah, well, and, okay, so he wasn't really nice. He says here, they wanted someone that replaced him, a ruler that's friendly to the United States, so that they could communicate better, that we could work stuff out. Let's see. So Kennedy authorized this plan because CIA told him, "Oh yeah, let's go with this way." You know, he the people don't want him as their leader anymore. So let's go and help take care of this guy, invade his country or whatever. Um, and Kennedy, his condition was for them to go in disguise. But let's see, but it's saying that it was fatally compromised. It was a debacle, not only failing in its military and political objectives, but strengthening Castro. So this just, in a way, fueled Castro. It just gave him uh, more leverage. Let's see, but so, and then it talks about how the Soviets, another potential invasion that prompted the Soviets to send missiles and military advisors to Cuba. That was the second go around, and the second time Kennedy stepped up. He stepped up and decided for himself. If we were to, if we were to go back in time and try to warn him, what would you do? How would you go about warning him to basically, you're assigned to go back in time and advise him on the Bay of Pigs invasion. And this is when he's a brand new president. This is when he's still young and inexperienced. So how would you? But he's dead set on only listening to CIA, basically. So how would you try and change his view, get him to take a different route, like listen to other people and make a decision off of that?
Maybe Ortiz leader for Kennedy, uh, I I advise to him to listen other departments, like not only the CIA but other advices about the situation, and uh, listened to the CIA, but in the same time he need to listen other departments about the situation, and and uh, even I think the people from the country, even the
Yeah.
people. But it's a difficult way to listen to people of the country. But um, maybe could be a way to listen the people too. But they need to listen the people of the country and other departments, I think.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think about?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think he should keep his options open and um, seek advice from other people, not just the CIA, because getting different people's opinions, I know in my case, I've asked for many different opinions. Um, and then sometimes I'll go with one of them, or I'll make my own decision off of their opinions and come to a conclusion of, okay, so this is the right thing to do, or this is the right thing to say.
I was thinking, I was thinking, maybe even other politicians that are not of your side, but are from other side in your own country, but from other side.
Oh, like a Democrat and Republican?
Yes, yes, because it's the same country and
Yeah.
it's the same interest, but obviously they have other vision of this important issue, of this important topic,
Yeah.
and it's more rich if you listen your competition, and because ultimately both are in the same side and they are smart too.
Yeah. Um,
It's
that's
a
true.
it's one option, but maybe it's a very crazy option, but it's a good option, I think.
No, that is. Well, and we have to keep in mind now. Remember, he. Let's see. He's seen one country after another fall to communism. He just uh, he just finished. He just completed a difficult campaign, a difficult election campaign, and
Yes, with Nixon.
yeah, with Richard Nixon, and he didn't want to. What's the word?
Looks like a very weak
Yeah,
leader,
he didn't want to come across as a softie, too much of a softie, a weak person.
weak leader in front
So
of all the nation.
yeah, um, and I mean Richard Nixon, uh, from what I've been raised on, I don't know his whole story, but he was impeached. So when he was president, he didn't last very long. And coming across as a softie, a weak person doesn't it doesn't please the people. It doesn't comfort them to know that, oh, he's not very strong, he's not very confident that, or as a president should be. He's not.
But
Yeah.
but look, your actual president, Obama, he was in front of Hillary Clinton. He was competing from the president for be president with Hillary Clinton. Is true?
Um, honestly, I'm more fascinated with the presidents back then than I am with the presidents now.
But no. It's not the way. President Obama took Hillary Clinton in his side, and she was from other. Uh, she was she was her his opposition, but he took Hillary Clinton to his side. You know,
uh,
he took Hillary Clinton as his advice, something like that.
yeah, no, I just listen to what I hear in the news. I don't really pay attention to him much. I don't exactly have the strongest opinion of him, so I just ignore him.
But yes, but I know wherever. But look that he took his opposition because he know that she is very smart. Maybe um, maybe President Kennedy um, uh, can ask for advice in his own country about the topic with other politicians or with other, not only the CIA, but
Yeah.
with other politicians. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Um, no, yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah.
No, don't
No,
worry. To speak about politics is difficult.
it is. It is a difficult topic. It's touchy. It's a touchy subject, and within this environment, whether it's work or whatever.
What do you
Um,
mean touchy? Touchy? You say touchy?
yeah, it's when I say it's a touchy subject, it means that it's like it's a sensitive subject. It's something that could go either good or bad if brought up. Um, so it's a touchy subject. You don't want to. You have to be careful.
Yes.
You're like just inching, that conversation. But yeah, no, I've never never really been into the whole debates and all that until recently. I've started to listen occasionally, and there are some things that it's like, okay, this is boring, change, or or I'll go, oh, that doesn't make sense to me. Someone break it down for me, please, because it's a lot of subjects, different subjects, and some of them I'm still learning. I'm still understanding about um, my own country and how we go about things, how we work through things. Like um, the wars, the the people, the jobs, anything, education. So it's
Immigration.
I'm learning still. um, but yeah, so if I were to go back in time, knowing in my situation now that I'm still learning politics, if I were to go back and advise him on the Bay of Pigs invasion, okay. I would just, yeah, I would tell him, I would just try to convince him, like, stop and really truly think about this. Think about your options, like categorize it, write it down or something. Just organize it in the sense of, okay, this is what my plan is right now, to go talk to the CIA. But here's some other options. Are they going to work too? And then compare them. But getting him to that point would be difficult because it talks about how he's inclined to defer to his CIA advisors, and not only because of their presumed expertise, but because he is following a war hero. So, so there's a lot of influential people in the CIA, and there's a war hero that he just he says if his first military decision disappoints these advisors, he could lose the support of the men and the women who call him commander in chief. So he doesn't want to look bad in front of anyone. In a way, to me, that's like, yeah, don't get offended or anything, because girls have this too. But I've seen it more in guys, where they just have this pride of, I can't do this. I have to do this because it's because I don't want people to think badly, or I want to look like a smart, a wise person, or someone of high influential, um, and so their pride kind of gets in the way. I know I have had times where that's been the case. So I don't know. I look at that and go, President Kennedy is letting his pride get in the way and not opening his eyes to the possibilities of okay, if I go this route, this is what's going to happen, or if I go this route, this could happen. Instead, he's just boom. I'm dead set on CIA. So if we can kind of break that focus and have him branch out, um, then he would be able to see that there is many different ways and many different outcomes. And the best outcome uh, would be by getting advice from other people, not just CIA.
Yes, I think is a better way. Uh, think about the different options. Of course, if I were advice of Kennedy, he must to need to listen to the CIA, but not only the CIA. He must to listen these other options, and the consequence of each option, including CIA. But if you don't have different options, um, probably you are going to make a big mistake if you don't listen more options. If you listen only one option, probably you are going to make a bad decision. It's like when you buy something, if you have a lot of different opportunities, you can do a better decision
Yeah.
or to take the best uh, thing. I don't know. Okay, Ariel, do you have something else to say?
No, I think we've pretty much got it. Because honestly, that's the best we can do, or at least that I can think of right now. Um, yeah, I would just try to open his eyes, try to get him to see. Um, I would try to come up with ways to get him, like, motivate him to see the different options. But yeah, I think we've got it. How about, are you, is that all you have to say, or
No, I think for me is enough.
enough? Okay, cool.
Okay, see you, Ariel. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.